What is going on, guys? It is K here. Today we are back with another video. Today we are starting a new series of Skyrim builds that are based off of lore-accurate characters. To choose the subject of my next video, there will be a poll in my community section every week, and we will be doing a weekly build, okay? So the first poll, the results gave us Ysgramor of the 500 companions, okay? Before we hop in, I would just like to say that only a very small percentage of people who watch my videos are actually subscribed, so if you end up enjoying, feel free to subscribe, it helps me out a ton. Alright, and on the subject of shameless self-promotion, let's remind you to check out Kraken Energy, drink Kraken, use code Hickory_K for 10% off. Use my link in the description to support me, okay? It'll cover all of your gaming energy needs, and yeah, let's hop into the build video. Ysgramor is a legendary warrior from the land of Atmora, and the leader of the 500 companions. He played a pivotal role in giving the races of man a foothold in Tamriel, and is often referred to as the First Man and the Harbinger of us all. Ysgramor first arrived in Skyrim when fleeing a civil war in Atmora. He and his sons led the way of settling peacefully in this new land, which was, at the time, inhabited mainly by the Snow Elves. As the human population began to grow, so did human cities, such as Saarthal. However, with the number of humans growing so quickly, the elves felt endangered and started to raid human settlements. Nearly all men in Skyrim were killed in a single night, with only Ysgramor and his 2 sons known to survive. They fled back to Atmora. This night later became known as the Night of Tears. By the time they made it back to Atmora, the civil war had ended. Ysgramor told stories of the treachery of the elves. Soon, there was an army of 500 companions who sought to avenge the massacre that the elves had delivered. This band of 500 companions set sail for Skyrim, but during their journey, the storm of separation wreaked havoc on a ship which one of Ysgramor's sons was captaining. Yngol, son of Ysgramor, was slain by the sea ghosts and buried on the northern shores of Skyrim. Ysgramor and the 500 companions marched onward toward Saarthal when they met a man who called himself Azadal. Azadal helped the companions by enchanting their weapons before the siege on Saarthal. Many men were slain, but the Snow Elves were defeated. Ysgramor then elected a circle of captains who would push through Tamriel and clear anyone who opposed them along the way. Ysgramor himself pushed to clear what is now called Eastmarch. As he pushed through the elves of Eastmarch, he happened upon his son's grave. And, in his grief, he built a great city where the nearby river met the sea. He constructed it to be an impenetrable fortress, with the only entrance being a great bridge, so no elf could ever sneak over and avenge its kin. As the years went on, Ysgramor and his companions waged a deadly war against the race of giants. The most challenging foe of them all was Sinmur. Sinmur and his clan were responsible for hundreds of deaths. Eventually, though, Ysgramor cornered Sinmur in a barrow, destroyed the giant's club with his mighty axe Wuthrad, and killed Sinmur. Sinmur is said to have been buried inside the mine at Shor's Stone. As Ysgramor grew old, he died of natural causes. And despite the crypt that was built below the city of Windhelm for him, he asked to be buried on the northern coast of Skyrim, facing out towards his birthplace of Atmora. So, that's a general rundown of the lore of Ysgramor, so now let's jump into the build portion of the video. In this portion of the video, I'm going to be covering race, skills, magic, gear, stat distribution, and some role-playing potential. First off, the Atmorans are the fathers of Nords, so we picked Nord as our race. As for skills, there is some variability depending on your desired playstyle. I chose to use mainly two-handed and heavy armor, but you could just as easily use one-handed and block. For the most part, this build uses no magic or enchantments, There are a few exceptions to that, in that we will be using Wuthrad, which deals extra damage to elves. We will be using the Helm of Ingol, which gives frost resistance. And we'll be giving the Shield of Ysgramor, which gives you magic resistance and HP. We'll also be using the Lord Stone for some extra protection in terms of Standing Stone. Other than the aforementioned items, I chose Nordic carved armor, but Ancient Nord armor or even Azadal's armor would work, as well as wolf armor from the Companion's questline. And as for your one-handed weapon, you can use any weapon you like, honestly, but I favored the Nord War Axe or the Ancient Nord War Axe. As for stat distribution, I went with 50% health and 50% stamina, which gives you a good supply of stamina for heavy attacks and enough health to keep you alive in all your battles. The last thing I want to talk about are some of the role-playing opportunities and some quests that I recommend you do. Firstly, your main weapon, Wuthrad, is obtained through the Companion's questline, so I recommend you do that. And as we see during the main questline, Ysgramor does end up going to Sovngarde after his death, so I recommend you cure your lycanthropy when you get the chance, so that Hircine can't claim your soul. I suggest siding with the Stormcloaks in the Civil War, as Ysgramor's disdain for the elves would make him weary of the Thalmor, and Ulfric's Stormcloak would remind you of yourself in ways. I think Ysgramor would fully embrace his power as Dragonborn, and would use as many shouts as he could to further enhance his combat prowess. Other than that, I recommend you get the Helm of Ingol from Ingol Barrow, and kill as many giants and Falmer as you can, including Karstag on Solstheim, as he is a foe worthy of Ysgramor. And that brings us to the end of the video. If you want to choose who I make a build video of next, there will be a poll in the community section of my YouTube channel. Go vote and leave your impact. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. And I hope to see you all next time. Peace.